Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy GCTV. We are back with another video and we are here with week 15. And again, can you believe it? We are that late into the regular season and the Thursday night game just concluded. It was a good game. We're going to talk about it today. Holy fucking shit, Kirk Cousins, are you going to get a goddamn team of the week card? I don't know. But obviously this is the only game that has happened at the time I'm recording this. My Packers actually have the Broncos coming up. We will see how good of a game that is. By the way, the Ravens are 6-7. I guess we can kind of like preview some of the good games coming up this week. I think, again, the Packers-Denver should be a great game. I'm really looking forward to Buffalo in New England. I'm just kind of looking at these. I think Baltimore and Cincinnati is going to be kind of a mid-off. I think the Jaguars should be able to handle the Jets. I think the Chargers are going to beat the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are going to continue to have some woes this year. I think the Texans are going to get a much-needed win on the Cardinals, and I hope that the Browns are going to win, but I think the Bears are going to take it. We'll get to the other games when we get to them. So getting into the first game of the week, we have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers continue to struggle back-to-back shitty losses against worst teams in their division. Kirk Cousins leads the Falcons to a 1-point comeback victory, again over the reeling Buccaneers. The Buccaneers might just get their division snatched. You never know. Kirk Cousins threw 3 touchdown passes, all to Kyle Pitts, who had one of the best games of his career, and Zane Gonzalez kicked a 43-yard field goal as time expired to complete the Atlanta Falcons rally. They win by a point, and just looking at Kirk Cousins and Kyle Pitts, my goodness. And overall, this offense has never looked this good this year. Seriously, for the Falcons, it's a little late. I think they are out of the playoffs. Nope. Actually, I don't think they are. Hold on. Kirk Cousins, 30 for 44, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns. The guy was phenomenal. And 11 of those throws for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns went to Kyle Pitts. I don't think anyone would have predicted this. Let me think here. That's 48 fantasy points for Kyle Pitts. He literally just won you your fantasy playoffs if you have him on your team. They stun him. Absolute stunner game. Walk-off field goal late again. Kyle Pitts, huge touchdowns late in the fourth quarter. It looked like the Buccaneers might have been able to run away with it. It was close throughout the whole game. It's not like they choked the lead or anything. Bijan Robinson got a rushing touchdown for the Falcons as well. Chris Godwin had a nice catch, kept both feet in bounds for a Bucs touchdown. And by the way, this is the game that Mike Evans came back, and they do kind of need him at this point in the season, and it just didn't matter. Obviously, Baker Mayfield threw some lasers to guys like Devin Cole. But Baker Mayfield, 19 for 34, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, a slightly better game than last week, but he still ended up throwing a pick. Not a whole lot to talk about here. Mike Evans in his return, holy shit, left off right where he left off before injury. 6 catches, 132 yards, but it just wasn't enough. Going against a great young defense, one of the best young defenses in the league in the Atlanta Falcons. 2 rookies or second-year guys in James Pierce and Xavier Watts really leading that defense forward. So, shout out to the Falcons. They actually might still be in it.
3 days later.
Ah, damn it, man. We gotta rip the fucking Band-Aid off. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? GZTV, I'm gonna try to be as positive as I can today because it's another Sunday of football. How can I fucking complain? My Packers, not looking great for, honestly, the outlook of the season. I still have some hope. We're still in the playoffs, but, oh, man. I'm wearing my Lucas Van Ness jersey, by the way. Bo Nix has 4 touchdown passes. Let's just get into this Broncos game. Rip that damn Band-Aid off. Leads the Broncos to an 8-point win over the Packers. We lose Micah Parsons to an injury. Unfortunately, we also lose Christian Watson. The Denver Broncos were slogging their way through a rare clunker this game against the Green Bay Packers when cornerback Pat Surtain delivered the game-saving takeaway. 11 straight. They clinch a playoff berth. I'm happy for the Broncos. There's no bad blood. Obviously, I've talked some shit with their fans, but that's just kind of the nature of it. They clinch a playoff berth. I wouldn't say that's 100% deserved, but they're 7-0 at home. How can you complain? Again, the Micah Parsons injury is definitely going to kill us. He's probably done for the year. Troy Franklin, hell of a fucking game, making leaping grabs, and my goodness, Bo Nix absolutely lit it up. Had probably one of the best games he's had in his entire career so far. 23 for 34, 302 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, my goodness. Shout out to Pat Surtain, man, out there with the interception. And obviously defense turned to offense because Courtland Sutton was killing us this game. And I will say, our secondary needs some fucking work because Courtland Sutton went out there, had 7 catches, 113 yards, and a touchdown. That is very unfortunate. Josh Jacobs had 2 touchdowns this game. I think he played good. I don't have any complaints about him. He had 12 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown on the run. But kind of just looking at some stuff, Jordan Love, 24 for 40, 276 yards, and a touchdown. He had 2 picks, I will say, but one of those was on Dontavian Wicks. If you watch the game instead of being a box score watcher, you would know that. Jaden Reed had 5 catches for 55. RJ Harvey got in the end zone. He didn't do a whole lot, getting up the field, but he got in the end zone. He's a good red zone guy. I just hate to see it. Christian Watson was out, and man, our defense got absolutely drilled this game. They were playing on all levels there, and our offense kind of got demoralized because of it. So there you go. Next up, we're going to discuss an absolute heavyweight fight out in the AFC North, is it? between the Bills versus the Patriots, one of the most hyped up games of the week, and man, that shit did not disappoint. This game was incredible. Bills rally from a 21-point deficit. They beat the Patriots by 4. It's the AFC East. Sorry. They stay alive in that race, so now they're only one game away from the Patriots with 3 games left on the season. The New England Patriots are still in good position to win the AFC East. Let's not get that fucked up. But the Buffalo Bills made sure it would have to happen on another day against a different opponent, because if the Patriots would have won today, man, it would have damn near been impossible for the Bills. And it sucks for my grandpa because this is making it just that much harder for his team to get an edge as the Dolphins to get in the playoffs. But I'm rooting for the Dolphins tomorrow. I'm going to be a big fan of them. Bills won in Foxborough. They end the Patriots' 10-game winning streak, so one of the teams got a win streak ended today. The other had to excel against my favorite fucking team. James Cook was fucking incredible, though. 3 touchdowns today, including 22 carries for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns just on the ground. He was great. And obviously, he had to go against TreVeyon Henderson. I mean, what a running back battle. Breaking free for an insane touchdown. I don't know what the hell the Patriots were thinking all season long, giving guys like Ramondre Stevenson touches. This guy literally is playing like it's college ball. I'm pretty sure he averaged over 10 yards a carry this game. 14 carries, 148 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including that 65-yarder. Just insane. Obviously, Josh Allen and Dawson and Knox linked up. 2 touchdowns between those two. And Josh Allen, pretty unproblematic, 19 for 28, 193 yards and 3 touchdowns. James Cook is fucking insane. Just kind of getting into the performers, I wouldn't say Drake May played bad, but I mean 14 for 23 for 155. He did throw an interception, so throwing interceptions, not getting in the end zone, never great. I forgot to talk about, by the way, the Broncos defense. I don't need to go back to that. I don't need to be reminded. Looking at the receivers, Khalil Shakir had 5 catches for 65 yards, and the absolute psycho that is Mac Hollins came in without shoes or a shirt, 4 catches, 41 yards, and in the win, Matt Milano was an absolute piece for this Bills defense. 2 sacks and 10 solo tackles. Shout out to him. Let's keep it chugging along because, man, the Kansas City Chiefs season is officially over. They're actually over. Like, I know I kind of feel shitty about my Packers, but they're actually fucked. I guess I can't be too down in the dumps because Patrick Mahomes tears an ACL as the Chargers eliminate the Chiefs from playoff contention. They win by 3. I'm not going to sit here and celebrate because that's honestly fucked up. Like, I feel really bad for Patrick Mahomes. Truly, he is one of the greatest quarterbacks this game has ever seen. But man, is it great to see some fresh faces make the playoff picture and to build some legacies. I think that's the best part of the Chiefs not making it. The final images, the Kansas City Chiefs postseason pursuit, were Patrick Mahomes getting help to the locker room with what turned out to be a season-ending ACL tear. And before the injury, he wasn't playing bad. 16 for 28, 189 yards. He had a pick, but I fucking guarantee you is on his receivers, as it was all year. This guy's been battling with shitty receivers all year. That's it for that. Derwin James ending it with an interception. I mean, Derwin James is a hell of a defensive player for this team with 10 tackles. Again, Patrick Mahomes. They were kind of glazing. The thing that does piss me off is you're watching alternate broadcasts. You're watching other people talk about that game when your team is playing. Like, shut the fuck up. Tony Romo, please. Tempers flared, though. This was a pretty intense game. Obviously, it is a divisional battle. Tony Jefferson got ejected. He got a helmet-to-helmet hit on Tyquan Thornton. But other than that, Keandre Lambert-Smith had his first NFL touchdown, and he was playing really good. There were guys out there that were absolutely balling. So, shout out to everyone that had good games. Justin Herbert threw 19 for 29, 210 yards and a touchdown. He did throw a pick, and he, back-to-back weeks, I don't know how this works, both the Cowboys and the Chargers this season, in back-to-back weeks, beat the Chiefs and the Eagles. That is so fucking cool, is it not? I don't really know. Not a whole lot going on. Alonde Gadsden, however you say his name, had 4 catches for 61, while Travis Kelce had 7 catches for 70, so it was a tight end battle, and my boy Awe has been an absolute piece. 2 sacks this game for the Chargers. He's been great on the pass rush. And man, impressively enough, the Giants actually make for a close game against the Washington Commanders. 2 teams that are eliminated from playoff contention, but hey, we can still have some fun and watch some football, I mean, right? The Commanders beat the Giants by 8. They end their losing streak at 8 fucking games. Think about it. This team started the season 4-2. Like, we were thinking, oh, they might be able to contend for the division, you know? Nope. Marcus Mariota emerged from the Washington Commanders' first victory celebration since October 5th. They haven't won a game in over 2 months. How insane. Sense of relief, you know, beating the New York Giants. Obviously, that's not a huge accomplishment. The Giants are terrible, and they're going to tank for more draft picks because they already have such a good young squad, and I'm happy for them. But they snap it. Marcus Mariota actually a pretty good game. 10 for 19, 211 yards and a touchdown, so you gotta love that. And Marcus Mariota hitting some sellies, you know, hitting Terry McLaurin down the field deep, who had 3 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown. So this is one of the first times, obviously in a while, because they snapped a losing streak, that the Commanders truly felt that their offense was clicking. I mean, even Krosky Merritt is his name, who is kind of a breakout, like a sleeper fantasy guy that people were talking about at the beginning of the season. He had 18 carries for 96 yards and a touchdown. And shout out my boy Tyrone Tracy. I mean, they didn't win the game, but hell, he had an 18-yard touchdown catch. I think he had a touchdown run. That's awesome. awesome. It's great to see out of him. Jalen Lane had a punt return touchdown, so it seems like all three parts of the field. I mean, even Von Miller even getting a sack in there, the veteran that he is and how old he is. So that's fun to see. Tyrone Tracy's great. You kind of look here. Jackson Dart threw 20 for 36, 246 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, which can prove to be unfortunate when you're playing in a close game like this, but he's a rookie. Got to give him time to develop. Got to give him his right-hand man, Cam Scattaboo, back. Malik Neighbors needs to return. I mean, this team could be legendary. I mean, Theo Johnson, hell, he's even a good player. He had 3 catches for 72 yards. I'm hyped to watch the Giants for the next 5 years. Let's just say that. Coming up next, man, oh man, the long-awaited, ever since this hit the news, of Phillip Rivers debuting for a season. We got the Colts and the Seahawks. Seahawks outlast the Phillip Rivers and the Colts by 2. Jason Myers hits a 56-yard field goal and absolutely ruined a fantasy league for me. Jesus, he killed my shit. Jason Myers has quietly been a big part of the Seattle Seahawks success this season. He has hit so many field goals. He is up there with Brandon Aubrey and Cam Little for like the best kicker in the NFL. He is great. Phillip Rivers did throw a touchdown in his return. I mean, 18 for 27. He threw a touchdown. He did throw a pick, and obviously he wasn't getting the ball down the field like he used to, but he's an old fucking man. And to be 2 points away from beating an 11-3 Seahawks team, coming back and playing football for the first time in like 5 years, I think that's quite impressive. Shows a lot of heart from him. He threw an interception, of course, which was kind of a tipped ball anyway. Jason Myers, absolutely phenomenal. Group A, hit a field goal. A lot of field goal battles this game. I mean, obviously 16-18, you gotta think the special teams was on the field a lot. Marcus Lawrence got to Phillip Rivers. So did fucking Nick Amanwari. I mean, that Seahawks defense is so goddamn good. Seriously, they have Ernest Jones out there. They're great. They are fully equipped. And looking at things, no touchdowns for Sam Darnold, but I mean, 22 for 36, 271 yards, definitely set some guys up in position. Holy shit, Jonathan Taylor at 25 carries, wasn't able to do much with it. Not a whole lot going on. Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to be Jackson Smith-Njigba and have 7 catches, 113 yards. We don't need to get in the end zone. We just need to get down the damn field. I'm pretty sure they didn't score a single touchdown and they won this game. That's pretty fucking depressing if you're a Colts fan. Yikes, that is very like demoralizing now that I think about it, but goddamn, okay. Holy shit, are the Saints cooking? Like back-to-back weeks, beating their leaders of their division, 2 teams that are up top there? Holy shit. Tyler Shaw, clutch drive again and again. Smith hit a kick. The Saints beat the Panthers by 3. A rookie quarterback who made his first start in mid-season, and a kicker from Ireland who made his NFL debut 3 games ago stunted the Carolina Panthers playoff push. Obviously, the Buccaneers have gotten their run stunted by the Saints as well, so I feel like the Saints are just kind of in there to disrupt everyone, which is absolutely hilarious, I think. There you go. They rally. They swept the Panthers on the season. 3 of their wins are divisional games, by the way. Like, these guys know how to beat their divisional rivals. There you go. Charlie Smith drilling a game winner. Gotta love that. Chris Olave was pretty big time this game for my fantasy as well, and for the Saints, he had 6 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Devin Neal has been pretty dope. He got a touchdown for the Saints this game. He's been pretty dope stepping in for guys like Alvin Kamara. Who knows where his career stands? Who knows where his standings with the team is? Rico Dowdle came in, had a nice little touchdown. He's been a little quiet. He's gone a little quiet, but the Panthers still have hope to make the playoffs, and I hope if they do, we see some dope things from him. Bryce Young, 15 for 24, 163 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Shaw is great. I think the Saints made a great draft pick with this guy, and I think it's a win-win for them and the Browns, because honestly, if they drafted Shedeur earlier, who knows if he would have worked in this system. Tyler Shaw, though, 24 for 32, 272 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Coker has been great for the Panthers despite a loss. 4 catches, 60 yards and a touchdown. They have Chase Young, who is great on the pass rush, so shout out to the Saints for winning unnecessarily, but whatever. 2 more games before we await the results of Monday Night Football. Let's first get into the Lions and the Rams. I'm actually very happy that the Rams were able to do this, because now the Lions are 8-6, and now they're like a game and a half out of our place in the playoffs. They're kind of the lone wolf, like waiting for us, you know. But Matthew Stafford rallies the Rams to a 7-point victory over the Lions. They clinch another playoff berth. So them and the Broncos, they're the top dogs of their conferences, and they are in the playoffs. The Los Angeles Rams faced their biggest deficit in more than 2 months when they fell 10 points behind Detroit. And shout out to MMG. I know you're feeling this one. I'm actually really excited to see how he reacts to this game. 30 seconds left in the first half. They come out. Even worse, both their offense and their defense felt they were letting each other down. But dude, they clinch it. They get the win. This is what Super Bowl contenders do. This is what great teams do. They get the win. Blake Corum. Holy shit. Well, look at this running back core this team has built. Blake Corum and even Kyron Williams, who had 15 carries, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's incredible. I will say Jahmyr Gibbs let me down in fantasy this week, but that's all right. One thing I will say that is kind of unfortunate for the Rams, though, Devontae Adams had a leg injury. As a Packers fan, I am praying for him because he is one of my favorite receivers probably of all time, if I'm being honest. Like, his years with the Packers, I was obsessed with him, dude. Seriously. Colby Parkinson was great. He had 2 touchdown catches. like making huge snags. He was big this game. Jared Goff made some connections to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Those two played great. I mean, the Lions played a really good game. It's just no running game definitely hurt them. Jared Goff, 25 for 41, 338 yards, 3 touchdowns. That is fucking phenomenal. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 13 receptions, 164 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, are you fucking shitting me? They didn't win this game. That is kind of frustrating on their part. But obviously, they had to go against Matthew Stafford, who is easily an MVP candidate on the season. 24 for 38, 368 yards, 2 touchdowns. Threw a pick, but man, he was airing it the fuck out. Puka Nacua, 9 catches, 181 yards. I think between him and Jackson Smith and Jigba, those are probably my 2 favorite receivers in the league right now. Shout out to Kobe Turner, being a pass rusher for this team. He's actually on my MUT squad. I'm actually getting ready to go play some Madden right now. Hold up. One more game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The fucking Vikings beat the Cowboys. I don't know how they're out of the playoff race, by the way. I guess they are. Yeah. Never mind. I'm tripping. Holy shit. Vikings beat the Cowboys. That is, I'm pretty sure the Cowboys are done for the year. That's so unfortunate. To watch their playoff hopes vanish in a 8-point loss to the Vikings. Obviously, Dak Prescott had to witness this. He played pretty good, man. 23 for 38, 294 yards. I'm not complaining. The last time Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys were on their home field, they had finished a 2-game sweep of last season's Super Bowl teams to spark talk of a rally to a playoff spot, and now I do believe they are eliminated from playoff contention, so that is extremely unfortunate for the Dallas Cowboys. Pretty crazy game here. Quinnen Williams had a leg injury. Again, prayers up to him. I liked him when he was on the Jets. Jalen Naylor had 2 touchdowns this game. He was quite incredible. CJ Ham had a touchdown, which is fucking crazy. He's obviously one of the premier fullbacks in the NFL. I didn't watch much of this game, to be honest. I was watching it, Welcome to Derry, falling asleep while doing it, and then working on content after. JJ McCarthy, obviously being on Justin Jefferson's team, hit the gritty on the way to the end zone, which is fucking sick. And JJ McCarthy, pretty good game, man. Another impressive showing in back-to-back weeks. 15 for 24, 250 yards and 2 touchdowns, threw an interception. But hey, a rookie's gonna make mistakes. He's not perfect. He's 9. No, I'm just kidding. But looking at other things, shout out to Javonte Williams, man. 15 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Did pretty good for my fantasy. TJ Hawkinson had 4 catches for 66 yards, and CeeDee Lamb had 6 catches for 111. I'm not sure what George Pickens is doing, but there you go. They got Greenard and Cashman. The Vikings with that, who's the guy? Brian Flores with that defense kind of just put shit together. So there you have it. I'll see you guys Monday night, possibly. All right. Well, that is going to do it for the video. Obviously, you guys saw the Steelers knocked the Dolphins out of playoff contention in pretty convincing fashion. There's really no point of talking about that game. It was a pretty boring one, but I am pretty much done editing the video. I just have to add this clip in there, edit it, export, work on the thumbnail, do a bunch of stuff, work on the reel for it. So don't you guys worry. Tuesday for sure, even if I work, you guys should be able to get the video. But with that being said, is your boy Jeezy TV. I am out. Kind of looks like I got a little fade going on right here. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, go check out all the socials. As always, every single week we have 3 more weeks of the regular season and then the playoffs. So every single week there's football on. Don't you worry. It is NFL season. Obviously, the NBA recap video is coming later tonight as well. Like at the time I'm recording this for you guys that are fans of basketball, that's there too. But anyways, peace out, everyone.